It was another Super Tuesday last night for Joe Biden, who took another big step towards clinching the Democratic nomination. The former vice president, who started out 0-3 this primary season, has now widened his lead over Senator Bernie Sanders, who refuses to back down. This afternoon, Sanders said he's looking forward to debating Biden on Sunday and will drill him with questions on how he'd handle Medicare for all, climate change, education and income inequality, mass incarceration, and big money in elections. Watch some of this.
Donald Trump must be defeated, and I will do everything in my power to make that happen. On Sunday night, in the first one-on-one debate of this campaign, the American people will have the opportunity to see which candidate is best positioned to accomplish that goal.
So what does this all mean for Sanders supporters? Joining me now, Nelini, Director of Strategy and Partnerships for the Working Families Party, which has endorsed Senator Sanders. Nelini, welcome to you.
Thank you for having me, Yasmin.
The Working Families Party backing Elizabeth Warren last fall, then switching to Senator Sanders on Monday after Super Tuesday. Why?
Well, yeah, unfortunately, Elizabeth Warren, who we see as a progressive lion, last week suspended her presidential campaign. And from when the time we had our votes in September in our endorsement process, we knew that there were two progressives that our folks were behind, and those were Elizabeth Warren and Senator Bernie Sanders. So, and in talking with folks, it was no question that the person who was going to continue to champion big structural change, issues like Medicare for all and corruption, was Senator Bernie Sanders.
It's not necessarily looking good for Senator Sanders at this moment, considering his performance last night. What is the plan for Working Families Party going forward if Sanders does not clinch the nomination, which a lot of people argue he does not have a path to do that?
Well, right now we're going to do everything to defeat Donald Trump in November, and we think that
does that mean getting behind the former vice president if he's the nominee?
If he's the nominee, we're going to do everything again to defeat Donald Trump coming November. And here's the thing: we do feel that the best way to do that is with Bernie Sanders right now. Bernie Sanders has the coalition that won Congress in 2018. Young people of a diverse set of race, gender, class backgrounds came out in droves in the general. Now, we're not seeing the same thing, and we see that, but young people are still overwhelmingly voting for Bernie Sanders, and that's the future of the Democratic Party.
I want to read in part what you said about the former vice president when you made your endorsement of Senator Sanders. You said this: the vice president's past positions like the '94 crime bill, support for the Iraq war, and support for the bankruptcy reform bill are at direct odds with the values and policies many WFP members and leaders fight for. For them, Biden represents a return to a time that disrupted families and upended lives. So you say to me here that you're going to do whatever you can to defeat Donald Trump, but that is a pretty strong statement you're saying about the former vice president, who's very much in the lead here to get the nomination for the Democratic Party. So what will that look like for you if in fact that happens?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're down, but we're not out. We still have states like Arizona, Florida, Ohio coming next week. We also have states like Wisconsin that are critical to the general election, Pennsylvania, states that Donald Trump won or was very close to winning. Now listen, when we're in a primary, we're going to say things and speak our values, and we had to say what we had to say about Joe Biden. He not only voted for the '94 crime bill, but authored it, right? And so we're here. We are going to do whatever it takes to make sure that Donald Trump gets defeated. We think that the best bet is Bernie Sanders, but when it comes to, we have to get behind the Democratic Party nominee, and we will.
Last word, what's the final thing you're going to be looking for on the debate stage on Sunday night?
Absolutely. I think this is a great opportunity to talk about issues like Medicare for all, to talk about corruption, to see who's actually going to champion our issues. And young people care about these issues. The Democratic Party cares about these issues. 62% of folks in Mississippi believe in a single-payer healthcare system. And so I think we need to actually see on Sunday who is going to be the real champion and who can actually debate Donald Trump.
Well, again, it's interesting, as I've been saying this throughout the week, those exit polls are just astounding in that so many voters are in line with many of Sanders' ideals, but just do not think he is electable, hence the reason why they're putting their vote in for Vice President Biden during these primary races. So we'll have to wait and see what happens on that debate stage Sunday night. Nelini Stamp, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Great talking to you.